Wanted to talk about something a little different today, and that is why I think a young male teenager should work out or go to the gym or do some kind of exercising like that. I'll explain what type of working out I believe is more important in a future video. I just want to address why I think it's important to do some kind of exercising, like I said. So the first thing will be it boosts your confidence for sure. You feel more confident in yourself, you feel assertive, you definitely assert more dominance in a room, whether that's subconscious to other people or that's conscious to them. You definitely carry yourself differently, and people notice that. And like I said, there's definitely more social benefits to it. It's less likely for yourself to be bullied. And that just comes from my own experience, and a lot of people, but like it's much easier to bully someone who's not fit than it is to bully someone who is definitely more fit. People respect you more. You walk into a room, well, not even just walking into a room, just being with people and being more fit. Some people understand that took a lot of hard work, you know. For me personally, I find more parents, dads, to be like, okay, I understand how much work that took. Kids my age, it's more like, that's cool, but they respect you for it. It's definitely something that gives you more respect. Hitting achievements and goals and progress makes you feel more confident too. At the start, when I started my fitness journey, I was only able to do maybe, 20 push-ups in a row, for example. I don't remember the exact number, but I was able to do that many, let's just say. And then, I get to 30 and it's like you feel confident because you were able to achieve that. And this just goes with anything in life. You make more progress and achievement, it makes you more confident in your ability to keep moving forward. So yeah, mentally you're more confident, which leads on to the next point, your mental health. It improves mood and it reduces stress, anxiety, and depression. It releases feel-good chemicals, dopamine, serotonin, and endorphins, which are chemicals that reduce your stress and make you feel good. Your cognitive ability improves. It also improves sleep for sure because, after a hard workout, I don't recommend working out at nighttime because that gets your chemicals too high where it's harder to sleep. But working out earlier in the day before you go to bed definitely improves your sleep, because you're more tired. But also, I don't know, there's just something about it that it definitely improves your sleep. The third point, it boosts your testosterone. Now, what testosterone is, if you don't know, is the main male hormone. Okay, now this is a hormone that releases during puberty, which in turn, makes you taller, stronger. Your bones, get stronger. Facial hair, all this kind of stuff. That's what testosterone does. There's a lot more stuff into it. I'm not the best at explaining what it is, but what it is it makes you more of a male in that sense. Now, when you work out, you improve your testosterone, which in turn, having more testosterone does help you build more muscle. And improving more muscle improves you working out. So it's kind of like a cycle. And having more testosterone, like I said in the first point, makes you more confident. If y'all are interested in learning more about the natural male testosterone, I would go look at other YouTube videos on that. It's definitely worth learning more about. The fourth point is it builds discipline. It teaches mental strength and toughness. And the more you stick with working out, the more discipline you have. And being disciplined with working out does help you with other areas in life because you can reflect with working out and how in turn you can reflect that discipline for other areas in your life. with it building discipline, it also teaches, persevering through a hard workout, persevering through a plateau, or even persevering in everyday life. And building more discipline, people do realize that, or people realize that you have built up more discipline. And it's a good feeling to know that other people see your hard work. They know that you're disciplined. Now, the fifth point, which a lot of you guys may be wondering, is does it get girls? Now, in my own experience, sure, you're noticed more, but that may just be because, you're older, and you're not a middle schooler or something. But it really comes down to the individual girl. Generally speaking, women do appreciate it, but it should not be the main driving force for liking someone. If you're approached just because you have a good physique, that's probably not a good thing, because it really comes down to, do they like you just because of your physique or because of every other area in your life? So it shouldn't be your main driving force for working out. You should do it for yourself. And if you're really wanting to get girls with it, in my opinion, just trust God about that. Leave it to Him, and He'll provide you a spouse. I am Christian, by the way, if you guys couldn't tell by that. Generally, though, you'll find mostly men approaching you, but not like in a weird way where it's like gay or anything. Just because men just find it more cool, in my experience, like I said. And speaking of it's cool, leads me on to my sixth point. It is cool to work out. It's something fun to do, and it has become one of my favorite hobbies. It's just one of those things, like, who doesn't want to be in shape and have a fit body? So I find it very fun and cool to do. It's just a way to be a teenager guy. You know what I mean? But you're challenging your body. I enjoy the pain, not the pain of working out, but the way it feels. It feels good, like I was talking about with the endorphins and whatnot. But it's something fun to do, and honestly, you should make it fun, because if you're thinking of it in a way of, I have to do this, then you're not going to stick with it for very long. So I find if you make it fun and enjoyable, then you'll stay more consistent with it in the long run. And by biological design, men were created to just be a guy in that sense and really challenge your body. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you just see a guy on TV or a movie or something. He's got a really jacked body, maybe if it's even like a war movie or something. And it just makes you feel like powerful in a way. I don't know how to explain this. If you're a guy, you know what I mean. You should know what I mean. But by biological design, I do think men were created, to be fit. And even if it's not having like an absolute jacked physique, having muscle and looking good and feeling good, which is probably the most important thing, is feeling good about yourself. If you don't like your body or whatever, and you want to work out, learn to love yourself for it and not be so judgmental. Now, for all you Christian guys out there, and even if you're not Christian, why I believe spiritually you should have, a good body and take care of yourself is because we are a temple of the living God. And I want to carry that in a body that is healthy and functional and looks good. It says right here in 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19 through 20. Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, which, like I said, with my point, who is in you, the Holy Spirit who is in you, whom you have received from God. You are not your own. You were bought at a price. Therefore, honor God with your bodies, which, like I said, taking care of my body, I feel like, is spiritual. because not only like am I saying honor your God by being, physically active and all that. Worshiping him is another way of honoring him with your body. But honoring him with your body is what I feel like means when it comes to working out is like and eating right is if you're not taking care of yourself, not only is it bad for you, it is bad for you not eating good foods, being a couch potato and all that. And in First Timothy 4:8 says, "For while bodily training is of some value, godliness is of value in every way, as it holds promise for the present life and also for the life to come." So let that be an encouragement to you. So I hope that spoke something to you guys. That's not me condemning you guys or anything, but I just wanted to encourage you guys that way. And I also hope that that made sense. Now, for a kind of recap, it boosts confidence, it improves mental health, it boosts testosterone, it builds discipline. It doesn't exactly get girls. It's fun and cool, and in a way, it's spiritual. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. I hope this video, explains some things well. I hope you guys got something from that. This is my first time making, a longer video and explaining stuff like this, especially to a camera. So in the near future, I want to have some videos talking about how to train as a teenager, how to eat, all that kind of stuff. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. I mean, even if you guys don't say anything, I'm still gonna make those videos anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But subscribe to help me out and to let me know that you guys are interested in me making more videos and helping you guys out that way. Thank you guys to the ones who are already subscribed. Like I always say, if you have any questions, just drop a comment, like the video if it did mean anything to you guys and if it did explain some things. And I'd love to hear y'all's feedback, what y'all think are some important things of why teen males should work out. And this was all my personal opinion, just so you guys know, my own experience. Hope you guys have a good one. Peace out.